Hi everyone. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Today I'm feeling a little crazy, which is good. Um, it's just another aspect of me, so yay. Um, okay, so this particular subject, I'm glad I didn't make it right away because it was another thing like I was getting really fired up. And sometimes when I'm getting really fired up, I realize that that fire is things within me wanting to come up. So they still are coming. They're coming very strongly. And the thing is that I think most of the time when we feel these feelings or these things going on, we try to control them. We're like, oh man, don't want to lose control here. But this particular video called Spiritual Hierarchy is something that came to me and really like affected me on a deep level. So I just I gave it a day, which is good because I find myself when I get like that, I start running, and then I get myself more fired up. And then I usually go into a deep process of processing, what's really going on and all of that. But this is the subject that really needs to be talked about. Okay, so there's lots of spiritual teachers, there's lots of spiritual subjects out there, and yes, things are getting intense. There's a lot of intense energies on the planet. This world is transforming into something magically beautiful and amazing. And we all feel it, and we're all having to really feel these deeper aspects of ourselves in order to be able to fully come into this state of, you know, uh, balance, harmony, beauty, and peace. These are all things that are really wonderful for us to feel. And so, but we don't feel like that most of the time. Most of the time, we're really transmuting some heavy stuff. And that's okay. All right, that's fine. I think the thing that I have the biggest issue with, or the thing that is making me feel very fired up, is the fact that um, there's people teaching spiritual information out there. Now, that does not mean that these people are more gifted, more talented, more of like more anything, okay? Because on this spiritual path, what you realize is that you are one with everything else. You're one with the good things. You're one with the bad things. You're one with just all of it. You're one with the spiritual teachings. You're one with the spiritual whatever. So there are no people that know more information than you do about spirituality. Because in a sense, every single thing on the planet is spiritual. The good, the bad, the wars, the beauty, the happiness, all that. But I do feel like in between those two extremes is a balance. Okay, so I think I got upset because I'm so overprotective and super fierce when it comes to making sure that, people, find their way and, you know, have encouragement and support from the fellow spiritual community. And it seems like there's a lot of like, because we're all transforming, it's nobody's fault, but because we're transforming on such a deep level and going through all these ups and downs and all these emotional things, it seems like sometimes people think that they're better than other people, that they have more information spiritually than other people do. Well, that's not the case. Everybody has this information within them. Just because a certain person has decided to study or really focus in on one aspect of who they are may mean that they have some experiential like knowledge in regards to particular subject matters. But everyone has that capability. So it just depends on what you've placed your attention on, what you're good at. Everyone has skills and abilities things that they're good at. It may not be, um, spiritual awakening or whatever, but it doesn't make anyone else less than. Everybody is equal. We're all one person. And it's almost like if you're thinking that you're better than, or if you're feeling like you're not good enough, there's aspects within you that are not, you're not coming to terms with. So I really am not liking and appreciating this this vibe of some people thinking they're in a more spiritual place, and they don't want to deal with people that are in another place. Well, you have to treat everyone equally because everyone is equal. Okay. And that's a big problem in our society. That's a big problem in our world right now. And something I had to learn, as far as like people that abuse drugs and alcohol. Okay. So this is like my biggest thing. And still more of it was coming up last night, and more of it's coming up this morning, where I just had this thing in my own self to keep me safe. There's always, I don't have to beat myself up for it anymore, but everyone deserves a chance, even if you don't want to have it, I guess, obviously in your own life. You don't have to disown those aspects, okay? Disown those parts of you which are in the world, by disliking something or saying, no, I don't like that because that's not in alignment with my spirituality or whatever it may be. In a sense, it's really something that's within you that you're not able to, come to terms with. And this has been my big lesson. That's why when something triggered this in me a couple days ago, I was like, somebody else was acting out in that way of not being all loving and encouraging. And if you do have a lot of love to give and a lot of awareness about these spiritual things and stuff like that, then you have to be very humble. And everybody is God, right? So it's so true. Everybody that you see is an aspect of God, is an aspect of you. We are God. We are all one. So to disown those aspects or disown certain people because they're not in alignment with certain things is is not a good thing to do. So I guess I just want to say, this whole subject has really calmed down a lot in me now that I'm like feeling it and understanding it better and letting it flow. It's good to learn from people. It's good to learn about their experiences and see what you think about, how they handled a situation, how they've gone through it and worked through it. It's inspirational, really. And I love to read inspirational stories about people that have come from really low places and now have like made their lives better. I mean, this is inspiring. But it's not meant to be a complete like step one through whatever process of this is how you do something, because for you the way you do something is going to be totally different, and the way that you experience your own spirituality is going to be completely different. But it does come down to love. So if you're not fully loving all aspects of everything, the wars, okay, some of the like most intense things that you can think of, that you just are like, no. Well, this is all part of it. This is all part of this journey. Everything, all the good and the bad and the things that are just like, no, I don't want to go there. Those are all part of this spiritual path. And once you own those things deep within your own self, then you're able to accept them on an outer level, and then things kind of just balance. And then there's no extreme, like in your face, deal with this. It's just balanced, and the energy kind of dissipates around it, the charge, and then it does become very peaceful. Things do become peaceful and harmonious and happy, and because happiness is kind of our natural state, just kind of a calm happiness, though not getting really excited about anything. And I find myself getting super amped up and excited about things, which is, you know, that has its downsides for sure. Nobody's better than anyone. Some people have just learned specific ways of handling specific situations in a certain way. And I come on this channel to share my experience with you, to tell you where I've come from, which is like pretty much the lowest the pits of hell, okay? I've come from that, and I've brought myself up out of that. And I still struggle. I struggle, you know, a lot, because this path just is always asking you to go deeper and learn more and become more of who you truly are. And so we're all going through that. We're all going through that in some sense. And so these videos I put up for you are not, I'm not a spiritual teacher. I'm here teaching you about my experience and the processes that I've gone through that may help you on your journey to get through your experiences more easily. I'm just here to want to help you and love you wherever you're at, whether you're, you know, at the lowest point that someone could go, or even if you're at a really high point. You know, I want to share in all those experiences with you. I am you. We are each other, and we're here. Once we understand this fully, and there's no hierarchy of the, like, I'm the spiritual guru and I know more than you and this is what I'm teaching you. Once that goes away, you know, because there's a lot of that out there. You know, there's a lot of that. Oh, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to learn. No, you need to go within yourself and find the truth within you, and maybe learn and get inspiration from others on their path and like what they've done and how they've handled certain experiences in their life. And if you are so-called spiritual, you know, educator, spiritual teacher, if that's the label that you've given yourself, and you're not able to fully accept and love all aspects of humanity, then there's still some things within you that need to be resolved. And those are within, of course, because when we can't handle aspects without or in our own world, no matter what they may be, then those are things that need to be healed within. So I just love you all. I hope that this was the best that I could do with this particular subject. No one is better than anyone. We're all the same. We're going through the same daily struggles every day. And when we can support each other and love each other fully, that's when we can like really work on this as a collective consciousness, as a unity consciousness, as a fully embodied person. Because when we are fully whole and embodied in ourselves, then all of the rest of us can come into alignment with that. And we are all doing this together. So there's nothing in you that I don't have in me. There's nothing in me that you don't have in you. So when you fully let that sit and you experience that on a deep level, you understand that that it's wonderful, and it's a relief to know that you have so much support and so much love, and all those other beings that people channel and, you know, get information from. Yeah, certain points that may be, you know, something that you'd like to do, and it's great. But once you realize that all those other beings, all those, you know, archangels and the different things where people seem so more advanced than us, you know, on other planets and different star systems. Well, all of those things are in you. So you don't have to turn to anybody to get the information unless you're feeling low and feel like you'd like to be inspired or get some tips on how to like try to move through your stuff a little more easily. Then that's when we can like help each other up. Like, because when one person's down, another person will be feeling more up, and we can just like lift each other. Like, that's just the way that it goes. So I love you so much. I accept all of you fully. I see myself in all of you, and I know that all of me is within all of you. If that makes sense, I hope that you understand that and can feel that. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I love you all. Bye.